So just a quick video. I thought I'd update you guys on a really crazy story that's been unfolding over the last 6 to 12 months. Bungie, the game that made Halo or Destiny, Bungie has turned out to be one of the only games that cheat developers just stand aside from, and they know that Bungie is coming for that ass if you make cheats in their games. Now, Bungie actually pioneered the way for suing cheat providers. I found this out myself. I thought this was insane. So in 2021, Bungie sued a cheat provider. It was claimed to be the revenue made from aim junkies. The result was considered to be significant at the time. Bungie was only awarded $63,000. Now, Bungie pretty much pioneered the way for suing cheat developers in the gaming industry, and they only received $63,000. As it says here, the result was considered to be significant. It was the first time a court ruled damages to a particular company. They only received $63,000 from aim junkies. Well, you would think Bungie at that point would pretty much, they'd pack it up and understand that they're just going to lose money if they go after these people. Not a fucking chance. They continued on to chase down several other cheat developers. They sued Elite Tech Boss for $16 million. Pulled that off August 2021. Even after practically losing the first case and only being awarded $60,000, they still chased these guys down, and a court decided that Wallhack's cheat willfully violated Bungie's 2 copyrights associated with Destiny 2. And the cheat circumvented the technological measures Bungie employs to control and limit access to Destiny 2 software. They also sued a streamer for cheating in their game on stream and harassing the game's employees. I mean, as you can see, these Bungie guys do not mess around. Now, there's a particular cheat. It has been around for a very long time, and they make cheats in, I mean, even right now as it stands, I think they're still making cheats in like 10 plus games. These are just a few on the screen that I can find as like right now. I actually, in my time cheating many years back, I actually used this stuff, and you know, I wasn't big on it. The aimbot was okay. It had a radar. The ESP was a little bit laggy. The best thing I remember about it was in DayZ, you could go into Livonia. When Livonia first come out, it would let you access Livonia if you hadn't even bought it yet. You could literally just click the feature on the cheat and then you could just go into Livonia. But yeah, it wasn't too crazy or special. I don't know. Yeah, it was a cheat. Nothing really special. They were kind of just more so, these guys were everywhere. There wasn't a game that these guys didn't have a cheat in. And yeah, these guys have been around for eternity. Now, they went and made the one critical error you don't make in cheat development. You do not make cheats for any game that Bungie develops. They broke the holy rule. Now, Bungie reminds me of that scene out of Terminator where John Connor's trying to start his motorbike and Bungie is like the fucking T-1000 just running after this guy. That is literally these Ring1 devs right now, just running for their lives in fear of Bungie. They immediately shut down their Destiny 2 cheat, and this is the one company that you do not play games with. These guys will chase you to the ends of the earth, and they will, even if they lose the case and get a couple of $1,000s, they will still chase you across the earth to get it. And you will get sat in front of a judge, and these dudes will get you. These guys have that fucking Halo money, okay? They will come for you, and it doesn't matter how much money they get, they will get it, okay? Watching this really takes me back because I personally finished Halo so many times. The Silent Cartographer, that level, the amount of times I played this level from start to finish is insane. I don't know what it is. I just remember the graphics being so much better. I don't know why they look so terrible now. But at the time, Halo really was a really cool game. So Bungie have repeatedly made an example of people that make cheats for any one of their games. Whatever it might be, they're coming for you. Now, Ring1, I mean, these guys have been making cheats in just about every game. I come across some insane stuff. There was some details of how much money these guys are actually making, and the numbers are insane. I got the entire core transcript. It is a lot of stuff, guys. So what I did was I dumped it into Chat GPT, and thank God for technology. Now, basically, what happened here is, in Chat GPT's words, I'm not going to pretend they're mine. Bungie's legal team went far beyond just proving that Ring1 was just selling cheats. They tracked the money trail like a forensic crime case. In their second amended complaint, Bungie lays out how the cheat developers weren't just casual coders. They were running what looked like full-on business. Payments came in, the money was pushed through multiple crypto wallets, profits were split and distributed among members, and all of this, Bungie alleges, was done to hide who was really behind it all. The paper trail still caught up with them. At the time of the filing, Bungie's lawyers pointed to a massive pool of cryptocurrency that was still sitting inside the Ring1 operation, more than 104 bitcoins. That is over 10 million euros, or roughly 12 million USD. Here's the kicker. The stash wasn't even all the money that they had. It was just the part they hadn't cashed out yet. Proof that Ring1 had been pulling in enormous sums of money from selling cheats. The implication was clear. Ring1 was not a small cheat crew. They were a multi-million-dollar enterprise. So big, they could have a fortune in Bitcoin just sitting in their accounts. Now, I always wondered, back when I was a part of the cheating community, just how much money the top guys were making. And, you know, you have to know it's millions of dollars. You have to know it's a lot of money. But until some absolutely fucking insane game development company went after these people, the amount of money would never be known. 12 million US dollars, or 104 bitcoins. I would say that's probably what they make in a month. It would be a lot of money. Now, it would be really interesting to actually know, but no guy's going to come out and say the reality of it all. You can only imagine. Now, the crazy thing is, for cheating in video games, there's no laws against it. Like, you can get sued potentially, but in most cases, it's going to cost game developers more to sue you. The way this stuff is done online, it's all done via personas and account names that people go by. It's so hard to track this stuff that it's not worth the time and effort to anyone. The fact that Bungie has even just pieced this together over however long this would have took them is insane. There are people out there right now worth millions of dollars from making this stuff, and there's just nothing no game can do about it. Even if they did manage to get a hold of some of these people, they would never be able to prove who the main person is. They'd never be able to sue just one person. It would be a collective group of people, and then they would have to individually prove each person's responsibility, which would be almost impossible. There's just no win in any of this for anyone, other than, at this point in time, the people that are making literally millions making and selling this stuff. And it is insane. It is absolutely insane.